boy Mind Control coming back with another video. And guess what? We got money. I promise you, we got money. So, we got Voiceless Voice. The deck is here. And we spent some freaking money. You know what I mean? So, I did a few decks. I've been flipping back and forth, and you know, I've been taking other people's opinions about the deck. But this is the deck that I think works best for me. So we have 3 low, and we got 1 royal joint, you know what I mean? And then we got 1 shiny, and then we got 1 regular. But I digress. Diviner, which we already had. Ghost Spell for Dalamuno, you know? So if it go in the grave, and then they have Call by the Grave, we can just negate that. So that's a good one. Bistio Magna Hunt. So this is for basically getting Savaris, Saphira, 3 of those. We got the Old Man. We got Dogmatica. We got Trias. We got 2 Skull Dragons. Guardians. We got the Old Eyes, Pendulum Graph. We got the Pre-Prep, Nadir Servant. We got the Prayers of the Voice, the Voiceless, 3 Barriers with 1 Shiny. I wish I had this one royal too, but it's all good though. 1 Blessing, 2 Carvines, 3 Imperms, and then 1 Radiance. 2 Entis, Guerrero, Herald, 2 of those. Then we got the Odd Eyes, Meteor Burst, whatever the hell that is, Odd Eyes, Winged Dragon, Sky Crisis, IP, Danamuno, SP, Access Code, and Underworld Goddess. So this deck is basically, I would say a control deck. And with the name Mind Control, it doesn't get any better. So I was liking Duel, but as a top tier freaking deck, I don't really like to play it because it seems like it's too easy and it seems too gimmicky. So Voiceless Voice, I can tell you as much as not top tier. It does not end on crazy boards. It doesn't. It's like mid-level, and it's the whole thing is, you know, you want to get these ritual monsters out, and low. You need low at all times, and it makes your monsters untargetable, all the light ones at least. And I think it just, this deck is pretty much playing around outplaying your opponent. So I have some replays. I have a lot of replays actually, and this is basically me going second, me going first, and me learning the deck and learning what it can do. And a lot of people do not know what this deck does, so they thinking that because they get rid of Scale Guardian, that the junk is over, but it's really not. Prayers in the graveyard, you can banish it and bring back Skull Guardian. And if you haven't used a special summon like effect from low, you get both of them back. Now you gotta mitigate. So I'm telling you, this is a good deck. It's not great. It's not top tier. It's mid level, but that's okay. We don't. Everybody don't need top. Everything don't need to be top tier at all. So let's go to the first replay. And we're back. And we're going second. So, what do we have the pleasure to play against? Of course, some freaking Snake Eye, right? So they get the Delville Star, and then they throw in a Great Poplar. So I instantly max C. And like I said, they always have something on max C. So he cross out, which is crazy for your card deck, and you pull the one of, right? But it's all good. So he crossed out that. He put Poplar in the back, and then set original. Use original on Poplar, I believe. Yep, and then bring out Ash. Ash do his thing. Bring in Ponix. So it's Snake Eyes. Fire King. And he used the Sanctuary. Grass Sanctuary. Use Sanctuary. Place the Fill Spell. Fire King Island. Destroy the Poplar in hand. Get Grunix. Special summon out Grunix. And then destroy the High King, High Avatar, whatever that is, and then I Nibiru. Get rid of all that. So I'm glad that he wasn't able to get what the hell is Snake Eyes? Snake Eyes freaking monster, whatever. wasn't able to get that on because that would give him hella follow-up. So now it's our turn. So this is one of the first replays I had, and this is why I'm still on the deck, so please excuse me if I make any mistakes. So we used the Nibiru to go into Skull Guardian, and we're able to add one Voiceless Voice monster from deck. So we grab low, and we grab the shiny girl, use low, set barrier, use barrier, grab the Sakura, and this is what we use to get the odd eyes, right? So we pitch that, and then get Savaris, use Saphira to banish to summon out the odd eyes. So I don't know why I didn't just go into use low, because the low can come back, but it's all good. Yeah, I use that to get Dinah. Oh, that's the reason why. I want to use this effect to show back the fill spell. But I thought that was going to destroy the token, but I was wrong. But it's all good though, because I still have follow up and I'm able to put in Radiance when I do use Dinah Mondo. So I get Skull Guardian back, goddamn. Get low, use low, get Radiance, and before he can do anything, I just destroy everything. So I destroy both of those spell and the freaking whatever. So you try to use that in the grave, and I negate it without negate, and that's all she wrote. Cause I really don't play Fire Kings. What's this card called? Oh, Sanctuary. So that was the first replay against top tier. Granted, I was able to go first, so I was able to set up my board, but still, it's gonna be more of the same. Let's go to the next replay. And we're back, and we're going first. So we got Diviner. So we use preparations to bait out of Ash, and then he don't have Ash yet, Maxi, so still bad, but not terrible, you know what I mean? But it's all good though. So we get our prayers, and we get another Savaris. So we use Diviner, and he Sapphire Gamma us. So which is, it's okay, but we have what we need, so it doesn't really affect us too much. So we use prayers to get that in the grave, and use one of those to go into Skull Guardian. Then Skull Guardian allows us to add a Voiceless Voice monster, so we grab the low, the shiny girl of course. Then we use Safar to pitch the and we use her to get out Odd Eyes. No, Savaris, which makes no sense. I should have did the Odd Eyes, but it's all good though. And then we bring Low back, which is not the best. We could have just normal summon her, but this is also all new so please excuse me. This is when I first went to the deck, so I'm still making minor mistakes, which I'm making mistakes now, but these are kind of like, why would you do that type of mistakes? So we use her to immediately get rid of the Cashier, and then we negate the Call of the Grave, because I'm having a feeling that he definitely wants us, he don't have anything in his hand. That's what I'm suspecting. He bring out rebirth the freaking, whatever this monster called. Alright. So we go straight into Odd Eyes, Pendulum Grab. And then he banished all three of those in the graveyard, which is like okay, but I kind of don't want to keep it there, so I use Pendulum Grab to negate the birth, and then bring out Odd Eyes Crystal Wing. Is it Crystal Wing or Odd Eyes Winged Dragon? So he searched the deck to banish one face down, and then he bring out the Pressure Planet, which is kind of stupid because he should have did that first. Then he used Tier Limit Cashier to banish a few off the top of his deck. Well, pitch would come off the top of his deck, but he get nothing. And then he goes into Shenri. And then this go back to hand, and we add a prayer for the deck to the hand. I made it from the grave to the hand, and we have another play. So he had preparations, which I don't want him to have recursion in the graveyard, so I just get rid of it. I destroy it. And at this point, he believed that he's protected from battle destruction, but it's all good. And And this is what a bait. I didn't want him to destroy any of my monsters, which he couldn't even target anyways. But he could target the winged dragon, which I wanted to save regardless. So that's the main reason why I was going to try to ritual summon to distract them, and it worked. So we use winged dragon to negate the string ring, so we can destroy it. But he don't know that's coming like soon. He's believing that he have another turn to live. Well, he will have a turn to live regardless, but this is allow him to like make some more plays next turn. But no, we don't want that to happen at all. And he was able to use unicorn to advantage something out our extra deck. But all in all, it's inevitable. I have an army negate coming in, and also I have a spell negate, so you can't use your birth next play. But he knows that now. So yeah, that's against Tier, which is a pretty harsh deck for this deck because they can banish things, but you will see soon enough. Let's go to the next replay. And we're back, and we're going second. And where are we playing against? It's a mirror match. So we shotgun out the freaking Maxine. This time it resolves. What do you know? But yeah, mirror matches are the worst because it's kind of like who brick less, and usually Voiceless Voice have so many ways to get to their one card combo that they usually don't break that much. So it's basically a battle of the winners, who's witty enough to win this match, and this is going to be a good battle, I may say. So he got Skull Guardian, and then he gets the roll from the graveyard to summon it out. But what he don't know, I have advantages. I have my Royal, so that gives me automatic aura points off the top. So he got this Pendulum Grab, and he was able to get a prayer from the deck, and then add back to hand. And it's my turn. So we had to bait things out. So we use pre-preparation, and he used Skull Guardian. That's one army negate. This negates the activation. So once it's negating the activation, what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna use another one. Thank you for that. We got rid of your army negate, so now we're able to do some plays. So I used Diviner, and I have Savaris in hand, and he's seen that I just added it. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna negate that too. Shoot. So right now we have the upper hand. We're outplaying them, essentially. Granted, I had Max C, but you know Max C gave me 2 cards, so it wasn't like I got a bunch of advantage off of it. Destroyers, Diviner, got my Royal out. Now he's really in trouble. But he's able to negate it because I don't have a ritual monster on the field. But it's okay, because I already have Barrier on the field. So half the battle is already done. So I ask first, then I send to graveyard, send prayer, grab Pendulum Grab. Then we basically can get everything on board. Everything on board. So this is going to be a hard battle because one thing about Voiceless Voice, like once you hit max on damage, you're maxed out. Unless you get rid of your whole board, like there's nothing you can really do to get more damage than 4100. So if we both have these tower monsters, then what we have to do is to crash. And for the most part, that's what I've been doing. I've been crashing against his Skull Guardian, and it is what it is. And then one thing about prayer does not allow you to resummon your Skull Guardian. It has to be anything except battle. So battling gets rid of it essentially. And what I did stupid was, I did not know Pendulum Grab go to the extra deck face up. So I used the wrong thing. I should use my Skull Guardian, but I already crashed it. So that was a lesson learned pretty much. But we still had old men on the field, so we were able to do the same exact thing. No harm, no foul. We get our low back, we get low. And the thing about the mirror matches, even if he had Call by the Grave, he won't Call by the Grave the low, because he will be turned off his on low also, which is kind of like stupid. Still got the allergies. phase. So he ended up getting Blessing. Blessing is a blessing because he could bring everything back from the finish in the graveyard. So Recursion is crazy. So basically he's going to almost play uninterrupted. Since he chain blocked the Blessing and the low was able to go through, but I'm able to destroy the low. So the one thing about that, oh yeah, and he also got his fire. So I'm pretty much down 2 negates. But I wanted to get rid of the Blessing as, like, he think he chain blocked it, but at the same time, there's no way he can get that Blessing back. And I realized that, so Blessing is a one-time use. Once it's destroyed, it's gone. So I don't know, maybe in the future we use 2 Blessings instead of 1, but yeah. Once you use the Blessing, your Blessing is done. You ain't getting blessed no more, G. So he ended up opting into the same board I have. Get rid of my barrier, but it's okay because I have 3 in deck, so he only got rid of 1 of 2. And right now he can't balance it pretty much nothing. All he can do is get rid of the low. And he don't know that Radiance is basically a free special summon from the deck, so it is what it is. So it's my turn, and we're going back and forth. So it's a good battle, but yeah, definitely difficult. So he ended up able to get his Skull Guardian back, and then he gets low back, and his low put down another barrier because you don't play more than 1 Blessing, like I said. So he ended up shuffling, putting his old man back in his hand, and summoning out another Skull Guardian, which is okay, but multiple Skull Guardians don't really do anything, and until later on, you know what I mean, when you're trying to destroy things. So he ended up using his Skull Guardian to try to get rid of my Blessing, but at the same time, you can't fuck with my Blessing, so we're going to destroy that one. So now you got 1 Skull Guardian down, and an Omni Negate now. So now you're playing at negative. He ended up summoning that out, but we're not really too concerned with that. So we shuffle those 2 back and bring out the old man. He banished my old man. Okay, now you have nothing to protect you. And I don't think he knows that. So I bring back my Skull Guardian. Now I have 2 of them in build. And I got Diviner. So use Diviner, use Antis to get rid of 1 of his blessings, his barriers, and knocking out his barriers, but because they make them untargetable. But at the same time, now we have multiple Skull Guardians on build to get rid of a lot of stuff. Bring back Low, and then Low is going to have you put down another barrier. And I grab a Safari, which I'm telling you, this is basically a back and forth type of game. And yeah, we was really battling it out. So I end up getting another Dynamondo, put down the field, and then I set the Emperor. Immediately use it, hoping that he don't have Carve on the Grave, which he doesn't. Then bring back my Royal Low, put on another barrier because why not? So instead of destroying his barrier, I let him use it because I didn't know what he had in his hand. So he ended up getting his Skull Guardian down, but he had to realize that all in all, we're gonna figure things out. So it wasn't a big thing, and this is my mistake. I forgot that I just used Low to do the summon back. So now I'm out of an Omni Negate. But am I really? I can still use the Radiance to shuffle back one of my ritual monsters to bring out a Low. So that's why I opted in doing it. Instead of destroying stuff, I end up doing that. So now I got my Omni Negate. And what I do, I'm gonna destroy that because why not? We're gonna negate that so you get no Low. You cannot get Low on this situation real quick. And then he used his Safari in the graveyard to ritual summon something out. And then we end up saving now Safari because we got rid of his attack boots. And he quits. So this was a very, 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 very long battle. And the reason why he quit is because he knew next turn I was just going to double down on getting a Skull Guardian again and then basically destroy his board. So it was inevitable. Let's go to the next replay. And we're back. And we're going first. And I'm kind of upset about the replays I saved. I had a good replay, but I don't know if my dumb stuff ended up saving it. But we'll see. I got this is the last replay I have. I have some more replays on the current but it is what it is. So we end up getting our Skull Guardian out. And that was really slow. Skull Guardian go down, we get the go back, and we drew into the Royal, so got our board always shiny and pretty, like no face, no case, no voice, no choice. We quiet with it, so we end up using our Safaris in hand to get out the Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph, and this is a safe summon now. Now that we know that he have his Call by the Grave will be negated essentially, and we end up grabbing that back from the advantage just for follow up. We use Mondo, bring back Skull Guardian, and also low, and then set Radiance. Let's me. So I end up hopping into this short string because I didn't want him to get any advantage as far as like healing. But this is a good replay. So what you end up doing is you end up getting rid of Flower Board. So he used Red Rose Dragon, and then he followed up with a freaking Droplet. I would say that's almost genius. So he negates the Skull Guardian and then get rid of everything. And he set down Skullet so he can basically have some follow up or whatnot. But we use Safaris because I'm like, if anything, if he summons out any monsters, I'm just going to completely freaking banish it. And he had a triple tech the Talon, and then we ashed that. So basically, my boy had all the cards. Everything. And my man drew a crazy first hand to get rid of everything. And this is one thing, Safari is useless if we don't have a prayer in the deck. And I drew the prayer, so I wasn't able to pitch it. So that's the reason why I just opted in to go attack mode to just smack him with 26. So he ended up getting that monster, and he didn't want his shit to get banished. So instead of going into Kit Colors, he went into Garura so he can get a draw. So I just get rid of his SP. So you draw one card. So he tried to be smart to avoid getting this shit banished, but still, no, we're not playing that. And I drew one of the best cards I can draw. I drew a goddamn Call by the Grave against Tier Limit. And as you know, that basically shut down a lot of their plays. So I ended up getting low back because I summoned that Safari out. And then he shuffled back my barrier, which is okay, I guess. I'm not mad about it, but it still didn't stop it did stop the draw because I wasn't able to activate it. So he ended up shuffling back all my cards. Thank you. Like, I don't think a lot of people don't know how this deck works. I wanted them cards to be in the deck. So by you shuffling back, you basically did me a favor. Granted, you shuffle both of them back, so I'm not able to ritual summon. But you shuffle back the prayer too, so that was good for me. So he ended up trying to use Mage to send a Happiness, but we're not having it. And we call by that so we can get rid of that future summon. And I draw one of the best cards, Diviner. So it opens up his field. We're not playing no games. We just want to go for the attack. Yeah, and that is the game. So we got a couple more replays, I may say. And we're back. And we're going second. And I believe this is the replay that I was talking about that I thought I wasn't able to say. But it is what it is. So we're going second against Cash Tier. And he's making some weird plays, but I think he's just using what he had. And he getting the chicory. And he have Rice Heart. So basically this is looking very bad for me. Because if everyone knows that pretty much if you get a Rice Heart and on the field, then basically it shut down almost all of our plays. But guess what I draw? I draw a freaking Emperor. You talking about the luck of the draw? I draw a Emperor. Are you kidding me? Like, it doesn't get any luckier than that. I promise you that. It doesn't get any luckier. I'm sorry. So we imperm the Rice Heart, of course. And then we use the servant. And then we sentences. And then we get rid of his unicorn because I did not want him to banish anything from my extra deck. So I'd rather get rid of that now. So we end up summoning out Magnus, and we was going to send 2 more and get rid of the back row. But now we know what the back row is, and we still have a normal summon. So we use Saphira, pitch the prayer, get Skull Guardian, normal summon out, low, use Saphira, ritual summon into our Skull Guardian. He's still trying to draw things for the extra deck. So we get low back, and then we also activate Skull Guardian's effect to draw pick up 1 monster. So we use the old man, get the old man, shuffle 2 back. Oh no, we use goddamn barrier and get blessing, bring back prayer. Crazy. Use prayer, ritual summon into the Odd Eyes. Crazy. And then we go to put some attacks. We leave this on the field because for one, it has freaking attack protection, and another thing, it has destruction protection. So I had to go over it 2 times, but I don't have that much damage to go through. So we end up killing using Skull Guardians, Army Negate to get rid of no more preparation on the field at all. So this one is, yeah, I thought he was gonna go into goddamn Sky Crisis, but he ended up going into Rice Heart, and I don't know what he was thinking. I think and that's another thing, people don't know what this deck does. So he thought he can go into attack any monster, right? One of the monsters. But barrier is a barrier for all the monsters. Where is it? Your opponent monsters cannot target ritual monsters for attack. Can only target, my bad, I can't even read. Your opponent monsters can only target ritual monsters for attack. So, I don't know why. Maybe he can't attack Odd Eyes Pendulum, but he only was able to attack Skull Guardian. And he ended up using his banish effect to get rid of barrier. So I don't know what happened. So he ashed that effect of the old man. Okay. And this is why I got scared. Matter of fact, this is why I got scared. So maybe I'm thinking about different with replay. So he's able to get two goddamn materials, but then he attacks Skull Guardian. Oh, because he had evenly. Now I remember. He's an idiot. All he had to do was attack another monster. Maybe only could attack Skull Guardian, but else false because he got rid of barrier. And he could have went into goddamn Zeus. Do we have Zeus in here? I can't see. But he could have went into Zeus and cleared the board organically, but instead he opted to evenly match, but I still have Blessing on the field, and also drew into a barrier, which is crazy. So I ended up getting a Skull Guardian and used Blessings to get the Low from the grave. And then use Low, no summon. So basically, you basically didn't stop no motion at all. And I kept Blessing because I know you can't get another Blessing. Once you're blessed with Blessing, that's it. So I kept Blessing. I got rid of the rest of them. So everything else is a 2 for the most part, besides Blessing. And plus, it's such a good card for recruiting in the grind game. So I ended up smacking him for 41 after we set fire on the board. And this is GG's because no matter what you do, I'm negating or destroying what you set down. So you might as well just leave. So if you set anything down, I would use Radiance to destroy it. If you were to summon anything, I would just use Skull Guardian to negate it with the Army Negate. So that's what he opted to do. He had Gamma. So he couldn't do anything anyways, besides putting in defense mode, and I would still destroy it. So it's pretty much GG's. And because he did that little even match play, I got kind of mad and I was basically VMing. And I was doing a little sauce, which I shouldn't have done it, but who cares? So I ended up smacking him 50 twice and then using Skull Guardian to finish the game. But yeah, that was a little VM, but forget that. You tried to banish my whole field. I don't like that at all. Let's go to another replay. And we're back, and we're going second. And this is the play of hand traps, right? So he used Yugioh, what is it called? Rebellion. So I asked that because I didn't want him to get a Yugioh because that is a death for my damn deck anyways. So he ended up throwing out Retribution. So I'm like, freak! This is goddamn branded. I should save the Ash with freaking Branded Fusion. But it's all good though. So I knew he was in trouble because I'm like, okay, he have no way to pitch Brandon to the grave. So let's just imperm his goddamn Oliver. And he used goddamn Brandon in red to pull out that. I'm like, no, you know what? We're gonna negate this. So I used all my hand traps, all of them, because I prefer not to let him get Brandon Fusion because Mirror Jade is gonna get rid of it. Like basically can banish anything untargeting, so that's kind of like the depth of the damn deck. So you end up putting Brandon Red, grabbing Brandon Red back in, setting it, but we okay with that. So we end up drawing to barrier, which is crazy, and this is all good plays. So Safari, and then we get Skull Guardian, and this is another reason why I love this deck. Nobody knows what it does. So with Safari, I was able to pitch a prayer in the graveyard, and I knew this was gonna key him in to destroying it. So he's gonna go into Chimera and destroy it, and if it's destroyed by anything besides battle damage, I can resummon it, and that's what happens. So, and it's still, my effect still goes through, so it doesn't negate and destroy, it just destroy. So I end up getting a low. He destroys it. He should have just destroyed the barrier, but he didn't. I used prayer, and he max sees me, but it's all good. We really don't care about that. You just gonna get one draw. I'm not gonna go crazy after this. So he ended up getting that one draw. I put it back on field. I said Blessing, and then I destroyed his Chimera. Now I smack him for 50 because why not? So I used goddamn Blessings to bring prayer back from the grave. I made the vanish, and I go to Mondo. I think I was confident enough that he was going to draw into a Call to the Grave because he had freaking 60 cards. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just risk it because it's better to get Radiance on the field just in case he get a Brandon and loss, and I don't want that to happen at all. So that was my whole mindset about it. But all of a sudden, my guy lost connection. Connection failed. It's all good though. That would be the last replay. We can go. Matter of fact, let's just do one more. Fuck it. I'm back. I'm better. Maybe a little sneezing, but I'm better than ever. Let's do one more replay. And we're back. And we're going first. Now, this is against a deck that everybody hates. Probably like 98%, because people are playing this shit. So 98% of people hate it. But we're going first. So we have a decent hand, and this is before I was doing something dumb. I don't have Garura in this deck, extra deck, and this is like the last replay I had, so I just added it before I started recording. So I don't have Garura. I'm white. Why don't I not have that? That's a free draw. So I opted to send in the access code because like whatever. I usually don't even go into that. And then I pitch 2. And he's playing the cards that he needs to an extra deck. He's playing everything I should have been playing. So, but I'm okay with losing Mechanist. But I could have got a free draw. So I sent out an Amarage. But it's all good though. So I end up starting with Diviner, send a Trias, use preparation to check for Ash. He don't have an Ash. So it's good to it's okay to tribute the Diviner because if he get rid of my roll, it's gonna kind of suck. It won't be that bad, but it will definitely suck. So I end up sending Barrier, using Safari to grab Pendulum Graph. So I got all my Pendulum monsters in hand that I need. I end up going to Odd Eyes, setting Odd Eyes, and then I add the Old Man. I don't know what's going on here, but it's all good though, I guess. Then I tribute low to get Skull Guardian. Skull Guardian is gonna activate its effect, and I'm gonna add low back so I can special summon low back to the field defense mode. And I grab another Safari Soul for follow up. I end up shuffling those 2 back to go into get the Old Man. I think that was for me to check and see if he had a Nibiru. And he immediately go into Super Poly. See, you could already took this one of decks, man. Immediately go into Super Poly. So you get rid of our Pendulum Grab. But I'm like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna get Safari. So he used Nadir's Servant. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna lose my Skull Guardian for nothing. Right? So I got rid of Nadir's Servant. And he Raigeki me. And I already used the freaking prayer, so what I'm gonna use, right? So we already know, as you can see, right? This is a stun deck. 98% of people hate this shit, but somebody's playing it. So using this Floodgate as monster, and it's the best kind because the damage on the attack is only 50, but I can't ritual summon nothing. So what do I draw into? I draw into a goddamn Maxi. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna use my Maxi. So I get a low, and I'm like, I can't no more summon low because it's not gonna be big enough. And he uses automatic punishment, and I use Solaris. So I'm like, okay, this is a good negate. Fuck that, let's use it. So I got rid of the Dark Mag Punishment and got rid of this chunk. So at this point it's GG's. I have everything I possibly could need. I got low in hand, so I can definitely use it for ritual summon material. Get my Skull Guardian, which will give me an Omni Negate. Low gets back on the field, and then I get my blessings. So we good. I chain block low because I definitely want to go through. So if anything, he could have just negated the Skull Guardian. I'm okay with that, but I wanted low to be on the field for whatever he needed to for whatever reason. So yeah, that is the replay. Let's go into the deck. And we're back. And this is the deck. I've been having so much fun playing this deck. I remember when I first started playing it, because from NTC to here, it takes a very long time, probably like 18 to 20 hours to get back. Not because that's how long the flight is, it's because we got to manifest, we had to make sure we get all our sensitive items, we had to turn in weapons, we had to get our bags, and it's like almost like 1,000 plus people moving at once, getting on planes and stuff like that. So it's a lot of moving pieces, and we had to make sure we have all our sensitive items. So it takes a long process to get all that done. So that's the reason why it takes like 18 hours. So in the slew of waiting on this time, I was playing a bunch of games, and I tell you as much, when I first started playing, I was losing a lot. Not because the decks were like the hands I was getting played or the decks I was playing against. It was because I was just making so many mistakes. But now I think I'm in a place where I can play around a lot of stuff, and I'm drawn into imperms at the very right time when we have a floodgate banish card on field. Like things like that is happening, so I'm able to like maneuver through things. But for the most part, this is a very good deck that a lot of people don't know how to play into or around, so we win games off that alone. I have a few games where I summon low and they have nothing and they just quit, or Skull Guardian, they just quit. If they see barrier up, they just quit. So yeah, but I'm happy with the deck. I think what can be added to this deck. I think a little bit more combo potential probably. But at the same time, it has a lot of, I don't know. It's a pretty good deck. It's definitely mid tier. It's not high, top tier, but it's a fun deck. And currently, so I was in NTC for about a month and a half. So I missed typically 2 seasons, right? So we was in gold when I came back. So I had to climb all the way up, and we've been climbing through diamond, and I had a lot of success. I think I lost only a few matches, but yeah, like one season twosies, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go like a 5 game, lost 1, win 2, lost 1, win 4. So it's not like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. These games down here was the ones I was still learning, but yeah, for the most part, while I was in Diamond, I only lost 2 games. And I think this game right here was against, this game was against goddamn Curly. And I played into Maxi and Perm Nibiru. So I just left afterwards. Granted, I had prayers in the grave, but nah, fuck that. In this game, what was it? The Floodgate, I wasn't able to get over a Rise Heart because he already had it set up. It was nothing I could really do, but it is what it is. It happens. But yeah, this is the replays, and I hope everybody welcomed me back and you haven't left too soon. I don't think I lost any subscribers, so that's pretty good. And please comment, subscribe, like the video, and tell me what you want to see next. If you want to see a lot more Voiceless Voice, you want to see more Yugioh, if you want to see some Ice Barrier, Goldie, I have all them decks. I think I need a couple more cards for the Ice Barrier. Yeah, I think I need a couple more cards for the Ice Barrier, but I have some gems. So if you want to see that deck, just let me know. I'll learn it first, and then we can play it. But until next time, here's the deck again. Till next time, peace. So cue the outro.